What is going on, guys? The Rose here. Welcome to live episode 104 of Less Than Serious. Tonight, so far, it's looking like it's just me and Kratos. Casey's online on Skype, but he hasn't answered. I don't know where he's at. Hopefully he answers. I called him twice. So if he answers, he answers. If not, oh well. Then it'll just be me and Kratos. But if Casey's hearing the show, he's welcome to join when he's available. Tonight we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch 2, officially revealed. Casey and I talked about this on Thursday a little bit. We talked about it briefly on his show last night. Kratos was not around during those discussions, which is why I'm bringing it up again tonight, so I can get his opinions and thoughts on everything. It was only a 2-minute and 20-second reveal video, so we don't know much about it, but here to get his opinions. We're going to talk about the NFL playoffs so far, how the bracket's shaking up, who's going to be battling for the Super Bowl next week. TikTok was banned officially in the United States as of last night, however, reinstated as of earlier today. The United States, we'll talk about that as well. And we got more dumb laws from around the world. We got 15 more or 14 more to cover, so we're going to cover those as well. And yeah, that's going to be our show for tonight. So, as of right now, it is just myself and Kratos. Kratos, how you doing?
No, I'm here too.
Oh, Casey's here now. How about that? All right.
I was on.
Howdy, everyone. Howdy.
Sorry, I was just I was on Frank's channel, so I just had to bow out.
What is he doing?
Just a group chat kind of thing. He's talking about the TikTok deal right now as well. Like
Yeah.
he's
I saw that stream go live a little bit ago myself.
So I had to bow out. So that's why I didn't answer immediately. So
I see.
I'm here now. So
well, Casey, we talked last night. So Kratos, how you been doing over the last couple of weeks?
Busy. This past week has been hell for me because I recovered from strep throat.
Jesus, I had the flu last week.
Yep.
I just got over that shit on freaking Tuesday.
Now, my thoughts. I actually wasn't informed of the trailer for the Switch 2 by my fiance.
How about that?
And who do you think tagged you both in the video that sent it? That was on X. That was our account, by the way.
I didn't get a tag on that, did I? I don't think I did.
I tagged you and Casey in a tweet on Twitter about it. Yeah, I tagged you both the day of.
Yeah. I see. It was the Japanese Nintendo account. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Luckily, I was able. Strangely enough, the one day I actually was running super early for work, so I was sitting in the parking lot, I had 20 minutes before starting, and I looked, I was like, oh shit, they finally dropped it. So it was 2 minutes, so it was easy just to watch it real quick before going in.
I informed EJ of it a couple minutes later after I saw the initial drop. She was happy, EJ. She was happy. She was asking me about what the price was. I'm like, I don't know the price yet. Nobody does.
We'll find all that information out with the Switch 2 Direct.
Mm-hmm.
In April. So it's going to be a while.
A lot of people were thinking it was February 4th at first, and now they say April 2nd. I'm like, well, at least they clarified.
That's because the United States uses the different date format than the rest of the world.
That makes sense.
So people were thinking it's day, month, year, but obviously we use month, day, year in America. So.
Yep. Well, speaking of which, Rose knew about it. Casey, did you know I went live on my YouTube channel today?
No, I was asleep earlier.
It's all right. I was streaming Fire Pro Wrestling World on my PS4.
There you go.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I was
had a
watching the
couple-
Ravens
I had
game.
couple
It was a
major
close
matches
game.
set up. If you guys want a rundown of the card from, if you guys want to watch it later, I had Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Keith Lee, Tam Nakano and versus Saki Kashima. The main event was Great Muta versus Adam Hangman Page. The co-main was Ricochet versus Tetsuya Naito. That was the entire card for today's for the stream earlier. I have a stream planned for next Monday as well. 6 matches this time.
You did what, 5? You did 5 tonight, and next time we
I
do
did
6?
4. 4 matches.
4?
4 matches. We'll up the ante on 6. I do it tomorrow, but I have to donate blood tomorrow.
Oh.
It was
fun.
already pre-planned appointment from 2-3 months ago for my last time.
Jesus.
I donate blood regularly for the blood bank I go to. It's a regular thing. Has been for a couple years now, but I've been in their system since I was 18.
I can't do that, man. I hate needles.
Yeah.
I hate needles too, but when I was trying to donate plasma, it was infiltrated. They went straight through my veins on both my arms. And that shit hurts. I was like, fuck that.
I used to donate platelets at 1.2. That's an occasional thing for me now.
It looks like TNA has a new X Division title that is completely different.
TNA was also in a report on ESPN saying that they're officially partnered with WWE now.
Well,
yeah, Casey talked about it a little bit on his channel last night.
Oh, okay.
What's funny, this new belt, the banner where it says champion, the banner looks like a villain mustache.
Okay.
That's what I mean. If you look at it, you see what I'm talking about.
Are you watching Genesis right now? I got a guy that's reacting to it himself, having a little watch party on YouTube.
No, I just scrolling through YouTube.
Okay. Anyways, my thoughts on the Switch 2. Looks nice. Looks real nice. I just want to know the price.
What do you think of the black? What do you think of the black Joy-Cons with the?
I hope it's something good, and with a decent price too.
What do you think of the black Joy-Cons with the colored ring around the analog sticks and the strip on the side where it snaps?
It looks
together.
Very, very tablet-esque. The screen, the main screen itself looks like as big as a freaking tablet now. The Joy-Cons, nice touch. Maybe a little less black, in my opinion. That's coming from the black guy. A little less black.
Do you think they'll have a colored set like they did with the original Switch on launch? They'll have like a
maybe.
They'll have a few hundred of a colored Joy-Con set and then the regular one.
Maybe, yeah.
Probably.
It's gonna be hard telling which Joy-Con goes to which side because they have the color coding on the side now to let you know where to put each one.
Yeah, well, it's also on the analog stick too.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to fuck it up, like to put one Joy-Con on the wrong side. It's like
it makes it a lot easier though. It does make it easier to know which side you need to stick the Joy-Con into. But at the same time,
so what do you think of the snap-on feature instead of the sliding feature?
That easily.
I'm just wondering.
I was saying, what do you think of the snap-on feature for the Joy-Con where you put them on the controller or the Switch itself instead of having the sliding feature? This one, you just like snap it onto the side.
That's what I was saying. Like, I don't know. It's easy to screw that up if you want to like fuck around with it too much. It can be easily to break that.
Yeah, I was gonna say some people are pointing that out, saying it's gonna be easy to break and it's It's gonna be the it's gonna be the
Especially if you accidentally have it upside down and you don't know what colors on. You don't know why the color coding crap isn't working.
they're saying that's gonna be the weak point of the Switch 2 is the snap-on
Yep.
feature with the Joy-Cons.
The little built-in stand was nice. The little stand that's attached to it, that's nice.
Now
Well, they kinda-
asked me Casey asked me last week when we were talking on his channel if we were getting a new Switch dock. And I said, yeah, I would imagine so, because this new Switch is gonna be more powerful than the original one, so they need to
Yep.
make a new dock. And if you looked on the picture that you could easily find, the dock we have now is all like square.
Yep.
Whereas the new dock, you can see it's rounded on the edges.
Definitely.
Well, I also
Now,
said, do you think
wait.
it'd be
Good.
if you're able to inter switch from one dock to the other? Like, hey, I'm gonna put my Switch 2 into the dock 1.
I don't think so,
But-
because it's not going to be powerful enough to properly run it to the
I
TV. I don't
honestly
think.
did they show off a USB-C port on that though? On the Switch 2? Was there
Yeah.
a USB-C port showing off? Maybe
There's
that's
2.
maybe it's not a dock anymore. Maybe it's a
No, it's a
USB-C
dock.
charger.
No, it's definitely
No,
a dock, because that's how the original Switch has that USB-C port, and that's how it connects to the dock.
And
We'll
actually,
find
there's
out
a sec-
February. We'll find out April 2nd. Then we'll find out.
they also have additional USB-C port on the top, and that's nice because a lot of times people would have it in tabletop mode, but they want to put it in tabletop mode, but they want to still charge it, but you can't do it because
the wire's coming out of the bottom.
Yeah.
That
So-
makes perfect sense for the stand to be a thing too now. A little like retractable stand that can like open up and go all the way to lay it down near flat on a surface.
Yep.
That's gonna be a nice feature.
I'm just wondering what Kratos thinks the price point will be.
I am thinking at least 200 to 300 minimum.
Well,
200
the
to
original
300.
Switch was 300 when it first came
200.
out, so.
If it's $200, it would sell like pancakes because
Yep. Also, did
everyone-
you see what I sent you on Twitter DMs, Rose? It
Yeah,
was
I saw
about
it.
like it was a Dexterdo tweet.
I saw it. Not very happy about it if it happens.
Yeah, game. Did you hear about this, Casey? Game insider analysts think that GTA 6 should cost $80 to $100.
And then all video games going forward should cost that much to
Yeah,
increase
kiss my
growth
ass
of
on
the
it.
gaming industry.
Kiss
It
my
wouldn't
ass
show-
for that.
It wouldn't shock me because this is why we're talking about the price point. Because I think it's actually, I believe it's going to finally break the $400 mark because of inflation.
Well, all
And then-
of the leaks are saying 450, and all of the leaks so far have been right. So if that's the case, it's going to be 450.
If they do confirm Unreal Engine 5, that'll be insane because that leak was like put out there couple years ago, when this thing was first announced to be in development.
I don't know how they would get
Oh.
Unreal Engine 5 running on the Switch 2, though, because the Switch 2 is only supposed to be as powerful as the baseline PS4. And Unreal Engine 5 developers are having a hard time getting that to run properly on the Xbox and the PS5.
Yeah.
If they get Unreal Engine 5 running on the Switch 2, that'd be damn impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what did you think
But
of the
it'd
Mario?
also
What did you
be
think of the
very-
Mario Kart
it
game we
also
saw
would
about
cause, like,
3.5 seconds of?
I honestly think if it did have Unreal Engine 5, though, it could cause some massive overheating on the console itself. That small, though, for Unreal Engine 5, I can picture maximum overheating, within like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll get Unreal
If
Engine
it's
5.
that
That's a
powerful,
stretch, I
that
think.
it can barely work on a PS5 and an Xbox.
We'll get Unreal Engine 4 at least, but I don't think 5. I don't think Unreal Engine 5. Maybe if
No,
there's like a Switch 2 Pro model, like what was rumored for the original Switch that ended up being the OLED.
Yep.
If there's like a Switch 2 Pro model with more beefier specs, that might be able to run Unreal Engine 5, but I don't think we're getting Unreal Engine 5 now. But yeah, what did you think of the Mario Kart game that we got to see about 3 to 5 seconds of?
actually, it was a lot longer than that. It was like maybe 20 seconds.
I think it's I'm hoping it's a new Mario Kart game, because if they're just showing Mario Kart 8 running on the Switch too, like, why would you do that?
Who knows?
Well, I do think the new Mario Kart probably will be exclusive to Switch 2. Like, I don't see. I mean, it would sell like gangbusters on Switch 1, but I don't know. Do you think they'll do cross platform for that one?
I think they will.
I hope so.
But
now here's the thing. If they pretty much all out confirmed Mario Kart 9 with that trailer, with that like 20-second like snippet, they confirmed Mario Kart 9 with just that alone. That's worth the selling point.
I told Casey, and see if you agree with this, Kratos. I told Casey that Mario Kart 9, Metroid Prime 4, and the new Pokemon game that we still don't know shit about, that we're probably finally going to start hearing about next month. If those 3 games are the launch titles for the system, I think it'll sell really well right out the gate.
Oh, duh.
Oh yeah, if those 3 are launch titles for Switch 2, I may actually get a Switch 2 just to experience Pokemon one more time.
I would love to see Mario Odyssey 2 being a launch title, because I mean,
same actually. I mean, personally, myself, I honestly hope here's another potential Pokemon launch title for Switch 2. Remember how they just like got through the 20th anniversary of Gold and Silver?
What
last
was
year?
that? That was a few years ago, wasn't it?
No, that was just a couple months ago, last year.
Really?
No, wait, 25th anniversary. Sorry, 25th
I was gonna say
anniversary.
20. I was gonna say 20 years
anniversary.
would have had to be 2020.
And they had like a plushie gold. They had a plushie Lugia and plushie Ho-Ho as their as their 25th anniversary bullshit. People were hoping for a remastered version of either game. What if the remastered version of that game, of those 2 games, is announced for Switch 2 as well?
It could be the next, if they continue the Let's Go series, that could happen.
Yeah. But either way, Mario Kart 9, Metro Prime 4, either Pokemon game choice, whether it's a new protagonist or the Johto region remastered in the Let's Go series, I'm down. I'd gladly spend whatever price is on the Switch, whatever price tag is the Switch 2. Gladly.
I think it's going to be at least $400.
Either way, I'll still get it. They're already announced Football 26 is coming out this summer. I'm getting that shit too.
What was that, Kratos?
They're getting their EA already announced College Football 26. This is coming this summer.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, Sosi told me about that.
And I heard that like College Football 25, according to a couple people who follow the sales of sports games, #1 best-selling sports game of all time.
I'm not surprised. People have been waiting for that game for 12 years.
Even in sales.
People have been waiting 10 years for that game. I'm not surprised at all.
11 at this point. It came 11 years, and people finally get what they asked for. And it became the biggest return for any game series in sales. Biggest return. to the point it outsold a 4-year-old game.
As
A
far
four-year-old
as
sports title, and it destroyed it. Now, EA themselves have not confirmed how many units were sold, but if it outsold NBA 2K21, it was a shit ton.
see if I can find it right now.
EJ just texted me saying she didn't even know we were live. I just told her we're live.
Yeah, I was gonna say I tweeted it out. Let's see. College.
You have to remember she's an
football,
hour behind me and Casey, so
25
she could have not have seen that, known we were live at that point.
unit.
Maybe she prepared for better else.
Let's see. I might have a number.
Well, I'm hoping this is be $300 because I brought up like how when the Wii U was died and the Switch launched, they were both at $300. So I would love to see that, but I think it's gonna be between $350 and $450. I don't think we'll see a $300 console again. I think that's a thing of the past now.
So this is as of November of 2024. So this is a little outdated, but EA Sports College Football 25 is number 4 on the list, but it doesn't say how many how many copies were sold.
Of course not. Why would they put that information out there? Why would they would put that information out there? Who knows?
See. EA Sports reboot college football franchise. Blah 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 blah. Eclipsing the previous record set by. It says it beat it. EA Sports college football has proven widely successful, setting the mark as the best-selling sports game ever released in the United States market. That according to Circana, video game sales data from November, with College Football 25 eclipsing the previous record set by 2K Sports NBA 2020. 2K Sports NBA 2K21. It has also entered the top 50 for best-selling tracked video games of all time. And so far, it is the best-selling game of 2024 across genres, ahead of Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Damn.
After an 11-year hiatus, the game returned with a July 19 launch for PS5, Xbox One, Series X in the NIL era. The game now includes player names, player numbers. EA Sports sent out offers to more than 1,400 players of the FBS teams. Blah 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 blah. This doesn't say the number, but it did outsell games like Black Ops 6 and stuff this year. So
God damn, I didn't even know that one.
it did beat 2K21 NBA. So
think about this. Think about this. It's literally been 11 years since this sports title was on the shelf. It comes back. I don't think insiders would have expected this big of a comeback for sales. And also, the whole thing with college football, they added the coaches in a later patch as well. Coaches' names were added in a later patch.
Do you think
the Dynasty
football
recruiting section, some of the names are actually pretty strange.
Yeah, I know.
The randomized names. Have you seen some of these YouTube shorts about that?
I've watched Sosi stream it, and there was a character that came up. There was a player name that came up on her thing under the recruiting. His name was Dick Butt.
Dick butt.
Well,
butt.
I've seen one that said Jeff Epstein.
Oh God.
Oh. Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta walk Dukas real quick.
I've seen a name on there. His name was Carlos Carlos. I've seen one on there from Sosie's game named Marvin Marvin. I've seen Dick Butt. Like what? Oh man, I mean, I don't know how the game generates those names, but it's clearly random as fuck.
Hmm.
Do you think college football 26 will do just as good as 25 or no? Because it's not.
Yes,
You think so? What's going on, Michael?
I just sent EJ the link.
So when Casey comes back, I do have a list of supposedly confirmed Switch 2 games. There's 8 of them that we'll go over real quick.
Ooh, okay.
But I'll wait for Casey to come back for that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I'm hearing the Switch 2, the rumors and leaks are saying 450. What do you think of the logo? Do you think it's kind of boring? Do you think it could have been made better? Maybe the number 2 could have been in between the Joy-Cons?
It's up. I'm not too sure, honestly. Not too sure how I feel about that
What's going
particular
on,
part.
EJ? Welcome
Anyways,
to the show. Welcome to the show.
other than that, have you seen have you seen this new Pepsi flavor that I just found out about literally today?
What's that?
Cherries and cream flavored Pepsi, 0 sugar, cherries and cream.
I have not. But then again, I have not
Someone
left
was
my house.
reviewing it on YouTube earlier today.
I also haven't left my house in almost 2
It's
weeks.
wild cherry and cream. I'm sorry, wild cherry and cream.
Given the fact that I was sick last week, I had the flu, and I could usually only leave the house on Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously,
It's been around for
just
this
getting
comes out
over
tomorrow.
just getting over the flu and still having like the slightest of fevers on that last Tuesday. I didn't want to leave the house. So
Okay. This literally comes out tomorrow, apparently. I don't know how this guy was able to get a hold of it today.
person probably put it on the store shelves early. That tends to
Yeah,
happen.
it releases nationwide in the US tomorrow.
I mean, I'm not gonna drink it, but I'm not a fan of cream soda.
I'll try it. Shit. I'm always willing to try any damn new drink.
I'm not a fan of
Just
cream
look
soda,
just
and the
look
only cherry soda I drink is Code Red. I wish they would have made Code Red and 0 sugar like they do the original. The original Mountain Dew is the only flavor that is 0 sugar.
Yeah. I think they made a 0 sugar Baja Blast though. Mountain Dew. I think they made a 0 sugar Baja Blast. I could be wrong. I swear I've seen it a couple times.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet. So
I see it in like yeah, it exists. It exists. Baja Blast 0 sugar. It does exist.
EJ says no thanks on that drink. I'm guessing she means the new one, the wild cherries and cream one.
Yeah. People gave this 0 sugar Baja Blast a 4 out of 5 on reviews. Okay.
Honestly, I prefer when it comes to drinking either diet or 0 sugar. Personally, I think the 0 sugar tastes better than the diet stuff. Like it tastes
Damn straight.
It tastes closer to the original taste.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, the wild cherry and cream has a 0 sugar version as well.
Yeah, the only cherry soda I drink is Code Red. Well, used to drink, and I'm not a fan of cream soda, so I'm gonna stay clear on that one.
All right, but outside of all of that, I found out a couple other things. There was a movie that came out last year called Runaway Wrestler. Released in Japan only, as far as I know.
Runaway Wrestler, is that what you said?
It was a biopic on Mayu Iwatani.
Ooh.
She's a Joshi wrestler. She wrestled on New Japan, and she was a former Ring of Honor Women's Champion. Or Women of Honor Women Champion. For Ring of Honor, of course.
What company?
She's wrestled for a lot of companies.
No, I'm
Ring
just
of Honor,
fucking with that.
New Japan, mostly Stardom. Okay? She's
Too
mostly
bad,
a Stardom wrestler.
Too bad Ring of Honor is like not on TV. I'm
Yeah, true.
would
But either
I was
way,
like-
she's actually a really good wrestler from what I've seen online. And I find it funny that she got a biopic made for her, and Hulk Hogan's got canned in the same year.
Hulk Hogan got
I thought that
canned
shit was
completely
nuts.
after he got booed out of
When
the
I made
building.
that realization, I'm like, that was funny. That's funny as hell.
So Casey, EJ wants to know what you think of this new soda if you would try it that releases worldwide or nationwide tomorrow. It's called
What's that?
Wild Cherries and Cream Pepsi.
Interesting. That sounds good.
It also has a zero sugar version as well.
Fuck that shit.
Damn, dude.
You know what? I
I
used to
drink-
say the same thing until I had to start drinking it, and now I'm just, I have no reason to go back to drinking regular soda.
I don't blame you.
Lucas is giving me a bath right now.
So,
Okay, that's gross.
He's looking me up and down right now on my arm.
Okay,
Right.
creep. Stop.
All right, Casey.
Stop
now
while
that
you're
you're
ahead.
now that you're back, Casey, I would like to share with you guys a list of 8 games that are supposedly confirmed for the Switch 2. Now, not all of them are going to be launch titles, but there are, apparently according to comicbook.com, there is a list of 8 Nintendo Switch 2 games confirmed, I guess, for this year.
Okay, I was gonna say the launch day or launch year.
So here's the listing right here. I'm gonna
All right.
make this a little smaller to focus on.
I'm already liking it. Mario Kart's on the list. I'm already liking it.
See, honestly, let me give you guys a question. What do you guys think? Well, let's say evolve Mario Kart, and let's say some people are already calling it Nintendo Kart, where you have other. I mean, you already have like Link. You have the Splatoon characters on there. You have the Animal Crossing characters on there now.
Come on, Mario Kart
So-
8, at least.
No, I'm just saying. What about the new Mario Kart be called Nintendo Kart, and we start having a more than one brand? Obviously, but I mean, obviously, it's going to still be Mario Kart because if you look at the roster behind Mario, it's all Mario characters.
Yeah, true.
But there'll be Link. There'll be the Splatoon characters there again. Because
I hope
Splatoon
the
is a
duck hunt dog's in
huge.
it so I can just blue shell the fuck out of the thing.
But I'm just
I
saying,
really hope that
guys,
dog's in it. If they allowed him in Smash Brothers and Super Smash a couple years ago, I'm hoping he's in Mario Kart. I'm gonna just spam blue shell at that son of a bitch.
see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know how like you have Smash Brothers that has all different brands, like different characters from different brands. Why don't we do that for Mario Kart? And just be
Hey, it's a good
Nintendo
idea.
Kart.
Well, that's
It's a
what
good
it used
idea.
to be. That's what the original new Mario Kart rumors were saying it was going to be. It was going to be Smash Bros. But Mario Kart.
Yeah.
And they were going to change the name of the game.
Okay.
But we'll see.
I'm digging it.
A new This person spelled Mario Kart instead of Mario Kart. That's funny.
Fucking hell.
The new
Must
mainline
been an
Mario Kart
autocorrect thing.
is finally in
Must been an
development, expected
autocorrect.
to release alongside the Switch 2 as a launch title. What the next Mario Kart game is called, we don't know. There are zero details on the game and only a few seconds of footage. Now, I will say these 8 games, 5 of them are indie games.
Okay.
The next one being Ukulele. Ukulele,
Yeah.
or Yuka Replayley, as this one's being called.
You know,
It
One
honestly
thing with-
looks like a and that's a reveal trailer. That is confirmed. That's a reveal trailer link for YouTube.
Yeah.
That is confirmed.
Yuka Replayley is a remake of the 2017 3D platformer Ukulele. The remake is being handled by the same developer, Playtonic Games. Right now, there is no word of a release date.
I got a problem with Ukulele. I think I get a little bit of motion sickness from the game. I mean, I think it's a nice looking game. I would love to be able to play it without having problems. But it's a nice looking game.
Then we have this game here called Little Lands. This one is official gameplay overview trailer from last year. Little Lands from duo Raphael Martin and Kyle Creamer is an action-adventure game with a cozy and cutesy aesthetic, but there is no word when it will release.
Okay. I had no desire. I mean,
All right. Moving on.
unless you want to hit the little bit of a gameplay on it, just like you just.
Hola, and welcome to the wonderful world of Little Lands. Little Lands is a place filled with lush forests,
It looks
rugged
like
mountains,
another Animal
mysterious
Crossing kind of game.
caves, and
Yeah,
occasionally gigantic mushrooms. The residents of Little Lands are by and large a friendly bunch, and they like to greet each other with a cheerful wave. Kicked out of the museum. Let's follow along now as Robin ventures outside of the village.
Doesn't it look that bad?
It appears that Robin has discovered a
3D
robust
Paper
tree
Mario
branch,
vibes.
a very useful item in the
Personal.
world of Little Lands. Droppings
That's
in
just
their
me.
wake.
Imagine.
Now we see
Just think
Robin
about
at its
it.
hideout
3D
and
Paper
begins
Mario with some of the
to battle them.
animation
When they are
footage
defeated,
stuff.
They disappear into
You know,
a charming puff of smoke, teleporting back to their homes unharmed. Well, the giant Wandia berries are considered a local delicacy. Residents of Little Lands also love to fish and catch bugs. And for this purpose, one tool for bugs and fish. Quest. You can wishlist Little Lands today on Steam.
And, like bulgy, like Jimmy Neutron character, had bulgy Jimmy Neutron characters, maybe, yeah.
Well, I mean, you had the new Zelda game that looks like that almost.
Then you have this
How
one
you-
here. You have this new one called, this one's being worked on for the PlayStation consoles, called Bestiario. Bestiario is described by developer Wigan Industries as a turn-based RPG with social sim elements mixed in. Also does not have a current release date.
Vegan? That almost sounds racist if you ask me.
You can tell these are like...
Oh.
Did you step on his tail? I've never heard that dog bark ever.
No, he heard a car beep. I thought my headset muted itself, but apparently it didn't.
And the fourth one on the list is called Synth Beats. Synth Beats from Red Hood Advance is described as an action RPG where you capture and tame different beasts, who you in turn level up and develop with new skills, new abilities. It doesn't have a release date, but it is said to be coming soon. Sounds like another Pokemon ripoff.
If it's anything similar to Power World, I'm gonna be pissed off.
There is one game that I've been wanting to come out. It's supposed to be a spiritual successor to the Mother series or the Earthbound series. It's called Oddity, and it's supposed to come out on the Switch. But hopefully, maybe it'll come out on the Switch too.
It hasn't come out yet. Awesome. It probably will.
I would love to see that. Wow.
This is definitely a Pokemon ripoff. Definitely a
That's
Pokemon ripoff.
Synth Beasts. This one called Horoscope. You could tell this one's an indie game just by looking at the freaking thumbnail here.
The trailer's a year old, so that's the problem.
Horoscope is pitched as an action RPG platformer, or action adventure platformer with both light puzzle and RPG elements. It is being made by lone wolf developer of Nick Oztok, who has yet to announce a release date. Well, it's only one person making the whole game. This game ain't never coming out, probably.
Here's the thing, they're having all these indie games that they're showing. I thought maybe we're gonna have like some Nintendo games or AAA third party games. They would bring up not a bunch of these indie games that already have some trailers out about it. I mean, there's some good indie games, but like, honestly, how much do you care about indie games? I mean, there's only a couple that I care about. Like, one is Shovel Knight that comes to mind.
I don't really play many indie games.
Shovel Knight was pretty good.
Shovel Knight was good. Rocket League was technically an indie game when it first came out. That was really good. I played.
The only problem I have with this Horoscope game, it's got too many Mario Brother vibes. For one, the second, it said it wasn't just Nick Oztok. It said Nick Oztok and Company. Like, more than one person did work on this game, but he's the main developer for it.
Right. I've also played an indie game called Disc Jam, which is like Windjammers, which is actually a really good, really fun game. So the next one, this is number 6 on this 8 game list. Now this, is an indie game because you can see the Kickstarter logo right here on the thumbnail. Called My Time in Evershine. My Time in Evershine is pitched by developer Pathia Games, a sandbox simulation game meets RPG with cozy vibes. Currently does not have a release date.
Cross-platform. I think I see cross-platform. Did that look like the Triforce logo to you at first? The initial, beginning. Did that look like the Triforce logo?
Alright, I have to go back.
And this game looks like it's got some really good graphics for an indie game.
Yeah, definitely. I want to make sure I'm not seeing shit. I want to make sure I'm not seeing shit at the when you get a chance to go back. This looks similar to Zelda.
Yeah, right there, yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, it's like Breath of the Wild kind of thing, but it's more cartoony than Breath of the Wild is, or people bitch. There's people who complain how cartoony Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom look, and well, this is going to be more cartoony looking than that.
What did you want to see, Kratos?
At the beginning, there was like a Triforce looking like Triforce looking sword at the beginning. Triforce looking logo. Like when they were opening up the book in the beginning. Like at 0 seconds. Right there. Does that look like a Triforce to you?
No.
I mean, close to it. Like the sword and the wings.
No. Oh, if you're gonna say it looks like Zelda-like, yes, I would say yes.
The Zelda logo, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
I wouldn't say the Triforce, but I mean you got the wings.
Not exactly
and
a Triforce, but it looks like the Legend of Zelda like logo almost. Like with the sword and the wings around the sword.
And it looks like a shield in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This one called Secret Forest. Number 7 on the list. Secret Forest is an open world MMORPG being made in Unreal Engine 5. So if this does come to Switch 2, I guess we're going to get Unreal Engine 5 from Zelkar Games. Does not have a release date, but a closed beta is coming in early 2025. This beta will obviously not be available for the Switch 2.
Then why is it?
I guess the beta is for other consoles. And then, like, the ultimate beta will be
in an age of magic and myth, a realm ascends.
That's my guess.
Shaped by the bravery and determination of its citizens. Forge your legend. Choose your race, master your skills, and write your own destiny. You can find loyal friends in the most unexpected creatures. Unleash your fury in epic battles. Wield your sword, cast your spells, and prove your valor.
So you're telling me how you play out this game?
Explore a vast and mysterious world. Are you ready to create your own legend?
I'm sure I'm causing some kind of echo with playing these trailers, but I forgot. I forgot my headphones in my mom's car again. So, but yeah, Secret Forest was the last one. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So there you go. What do you think of the supposed Switch 2 lineup?
I think it's stupid. I mean, obviously, when they saw Mario Kart, they're like, "Oh, obviously you got third A in there." I'm thinking we'll probably get some. I don't know if we'll get Splatoon on this year, but we gotta have a Splatoon 4.
Yeah, you probably get a Splatoon 4 eventually.
Yeah, that or it'd be Splatoon 3 Ultimate, or what they call it, Deluxe. But I see that. I obviously would get a Smash Brothers, but see that's the thing. The previous one was called Ultimate. Where you go from there? I'm like Ultimate Deluxe.
I don't think you're gonna get like a Splatoon 3 remaster. I think they'll just move on and make another Splatoon game.
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean, I'll be definitely down for that. I love my Splatoon games, but
we know.
Now another game we might get, maybe if they want to continue with the Mario Maker thing, we might get Mario Maker 3.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good.
Or Luigi's Mansion 4, if they ever go that route.
Yeah, I think that was eventually later on, not launch year, because they just had Luigi Mansion 3 and 2 HD just came out this past year.
The remastered 2, yeah.
Yeah. So I would say 4 probably in the middle of the generation.
I would say Luigi's Mansion 4 comes out not as a launch title, but sometime in 2026.
And I would love to see Pikmin 5, but I'd be great. I don't know if they'll have it this next generation because they were announcing Pikmin 4 for the longest time after Pikmin 3 for the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
And we're waiting and waiting. And I think when they announced supposedly Pikmin 4, that's when it was Hey Pikmin for the 3DS. But luckily, we finally got Pikmin 4 in the last couple of years. And I was happy about that. But, I mean, maybe we'll have Pikmin 5 in the middle of this generation as well. But I'm excited to see some of the new generation of games coming up. I mean, obviously, I don't think we're going to see Zelda until same thing again, probably right in the middle of the generation because look how long it took them from going from Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom. Like Tears of the Kingdom only just came out in 2023. They had Breath of the Wild come in 2017. So what was that, 6 years?
So we're probably not getting another Zelda game until probably 2028. Maybe 2027, because they'll probably rush one.
Well, even if they, let's say they
Ocarina of Time remaster in Unreal Engine 5, potentially.
Well, I'm talking about the next lineup, not an HD version of something.
No, I mean like a complete remastered Ocarina of Time in Unreal Engine 5. That's what not an HD. I mean like
I think that'd be cool.
Like a remake like Final Fantasy 7. Instead of breaking up into two or three different fucking games. Make an Ocarina of Time remake. Just like they did with updated graphics, build around like the original story, but have like overarching like side content for other things as well. Don't stick too close to the original game, but at the same time, make a new story around it. Like have the Ocarina of Time timeline tied into the Breath of the Wild world or something like that, you know?
The thing is, I think they're probably going to continue with the Breath of the Wild map. The thing is...
That's why I'm saying, like, make an Ocarina of Time type of feel to the Breath of the Wild world. If you want to make a complete if you want to make a complete remaster, that's cool too. But I can see them going like full body deep into the ocean if they go Breath of the Wild and make it feel like Ocarina of Time with Unreal Engine 5.
Oh.
Can you see that happening at all?
I don't know. I think if they were gonna revisit one of those games, I think they would have done it by now.
I mean, sure. Because Ocarina of Time is still, in a lot of people's eyes, the best RPG ever made. For Nintendo 64. Best one ever made. And a lot of people.
I think it would be good if they do a remake of it and not just a remaster of just a HD version of it. Because if they do that, then they can probably do that real quick. And
I mean, yeah. But I only say like a complete remake of Ocarina of Time along the same way that they remade Final Fantasy VII.
The problem is Nintendo liked to continue the series for Legend of Zelda. I mean, yeah, they like, and honestly, they like to do like how they did was it the one from Game Boy that the Link Awakening, they did a remastered version of that, and then the new Zelda dish came out that had the same type of graphics, but they don't usually do a full remaster, a remake of Zelda like that. Like, I would like to see that, but I think they're just gonna follow what happened after Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do after that because, I mean, honestly, what they should have done. I mean, yeah, you had the, oh God, what was it called? The one with the Hyrule Warriors with the Age of Calamity, where
I
they
mean, that
had.
was okay, but Hyrule Warriors was basically Dynasty Warriors with Zelda characters. That's all it is.
Well, I'm just saying it would have been better if the original Breath of the Wild should have been that one where they started from where before the Hyrule wasn't destroyed,
Mm-hmm.
and then Tears of the Kingdom could have been where it was destroyed, and then the
Age of
one
Calamity.
afterwards. Yeah, no, the one after that one.
Yeah, Age of Calamity as the third one is what you mean. Yeah, I could actually see that as if they had went that way as a good trilogy of games for Breath of the Wild. I can actually see that.
But I do think they'll probably continue with the Breath of the Wild map.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll expand from that. Like, the map is only so big. Maybe they'll expand it even bigger. Like, maybe that's what they'll do. Because they already have it where in Tears of the Kingdom, you go underground, and then you go up in the air. You have Sky Island. So, we're the only...
Kind of like Skyward Sword, too.
Yeah.
Sky Island.
So the only where you go is just expand the map.
Yep.
But I don't see Zelda coming out anytime soon, especially how long it takes for them to make them now, 5 to 6 to maybe even 7 years.
Yep.
To make the new Zelda game.
They gotta come up with a new way to make Ganondorf every time. Here's an idea. Have a different villain instead of using a tried and true Ganondorf. Actually, make a new adversary for Link.
They do.
Or something.
They do that every once in a while.
Almost every... Majora's Mask is one thing, but still Ganondorf is the main villain in almost every Zelda game.
Oh, yes. I mean, you also had Dark Link, who's in Zelda 2. Like, and then when Link died, he would Ganon would return because of that. But that's true. But I mean, obviously they gotta bring him back. It's like having Mario game without Bowser. The only other Mario game you ever had without Bowser was Mario 2, and that's when you had Wart. But I guess Tex is in there because
Tex is in the chat. He said, "Your ass is full of Atari games right now, Casey."
I didn't see that.
I didn't see. I didn't even see his comment. There it is.
It was a hidden comment. I had it shown because I'm a mod in this stream.
Well, TSS says to me, there's more games they're going to show since they have the Direct in April, obviously. So it's a wait and see. My prediction is I think we get a new 3D Mario game in the holiday season. He goes, I think one of the remakes they're going to do is a Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons game.
Well, you have the Oracle's Season and Oracle of Ages for the Game Boy. And they actually have both games on the Switch online service right now. But, I mean, that'd be cool, though, too. to update that. I mean, that could be the same thing like how they did Link of the Awakening.
I mean, personally, TSS, if they ever did make another Chrono Trigger, it won't be the same. It won't be the same.
It's already not the same with the
That's
changes
my point.
they've made to the PC
Toriyama's
version.
Gone. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to have the same feel to it because if they announce a Chrono Trigger 2 of all things for Switch 2, it's gonna sell like fucking pancakes and waffles just to have that nostalgia feel to in remembering Akira Toriyama. That's it.
My dog won't stop licking me. I'm gonna have to get rid of him. He's literally licking. I mean,
maybe you shouldn't have coated yourself
you
in
put
peanut
yourself
butter.
you put yourself in a dark corner with that one, dude. Jesus.
Well, I'm saying he's licking my arms, my feet. I'm like, I don't know why. He must be licking the salt off me. He's getting the taste of human. So when I die because of Tex, he'll be ready to eat my dead body.
No, that's a cat thing. That's actually a cat thing. If you die and you don't feed your cat after 24 hours, they will proceed to eat your face off. Literally. Like if a cat goes hungry and you're dead and you're dead for 24 hours, they will use your face as a dish.
All right, then. That's a little dark.
It's something I found out about, like, shit that was, like, on What Culture's older videos about, like, dark things you probably didn't know about.
Alrighty, so should we, now that we've talked about Nintendo for about an hour, should we talk about,
Let's cover football next, and then talk about TikTok last. Save the TikTok thing for the little main event, so to speak.
Right, football it is. I can get behind that.
I'm still pretty upset that the Chiefs are in the AFC Championship again, and that's coming from a Missouri native. I don't care for the fucking Chiefs. If they beat the Bills in the AFC Championship, I ain't watching Super Bowl 59 because they pretty much cheated their way through the Texans game because of the head referee. I mean, watch that fucking game, Casey. Watch that game. Everyone was. If the player is saying in a post-game interview that he knew that his team was going to be the Texans against everyone, including the referees, that's a problem. If a player is saying that in the interview, post-game, that they were going to not only have to deal with the Chiefs, but the referees as well, that's a problem. The head referee for that game, Chiefs are 7-0 when he's head referee this season. The 7 games he's officiated as head referee, the Chiefs won every time. Coincidence? No.
Well, I have
they
here
roughing the passer on a play where Patrick Mahomes wasn't even fucking hit. And the referee was 20 yards behind him.
Casey is the football expert. Y'all should listen to him.
What the fuck?
You can tell Kratos is very emotional about this.
I don't even watch football these days anymore, but that is bullshit.
All right, well.
That's a bullshit way to referee a game. And a lot of people are saying he needs to be on trial for officiating football games, especially Chiefs games. There's no way in hell that your head referee and a team that's barely skated by all season is 7-0 in games you're refereeing? Come on now. There were already memes online about Andy Reid giving him oral support, if you get my drift.
Yowzers.
Oral report, so to speak, you know?
Well, we're going to move on to, we're going to start with the wild card round from last week so we can paint the picture of where all the teams are now. You'll see last week the Texans beat the Chargers 32-12. Ravens beat the Steelers last week 28-14. The Bills demolished the Broncos 31-7. Eagles beat the Packers 22-10. The Commanders beat the Bucks 23-20 in what was the closest game of the week last week.
Mm-hmm.
The 49ers, wow. The Rams beat the Vikings 27-9. Now we move on to this week. Not showing me on the screen, so I have to pull it up. Here we go. We had 4 games this week. You'll see that the Texans lost to the Chiefs 23-14. The Commanders, we watched the rest of this game last night a little bit on Casey's channel. The Commanders beat up the Lions 45-31. I mean, when you have a fumble and 4 interceptions, things like that are going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
The Eagles defeated the Rams 28-22. And the Bills narrowly defeated the Ravens 27-25. And as you can see here, the next game, this will determine Super Bowl 59. It will be Sunday, January 26th at 3 p.m. It'll be a battle of the NFC East, the Commanders versus the Eagles. And at 6:30 p.m. next Sunday on the 26th, the second game will be the Bills versus the Chiefs. And when the two teams played earlier this season, the Chiefs lost. So out of these 4 teams, who do you think the Super Bowl is going to be?
Here's hoping the Chiefs lose again.
I don't know if I can say the same. I hate both teams.
I don't want to hear it about Taylor Swift caused the Chiefs to get a fucking the first ever three-peat in the NFL. Like, fuck that shit.
Would it be the first ever three-peat? I thought the Patriots already did that.
No, they never had a three-peat. No one's ever got a three-peat in NFL history in Super Bowl wins.
Oh.
Yeah.
If the Chiefs somehow pull that off, everyone's going to praise Taylor Swift by saying she's the reason it happened. Fuck that shit. Fuck Taylor Swift, fuck Travis Kelce, and fuck Patrick Mahomes.
I'm going to disagree with Tex on this one because he says Chief and Eagles. I think it's going to be. Well, we were watching on Commanders last night.
Fucking repeat again. I do not want to see that fucking repeat again. Fuck that shit.
I think it's going to be Commanders and Chief, honestly.
TSS, I think you and Tex are in the same boat.
Fuck it. Eagles and Bills. Eagles and Bills.
Well, I don't want Bills to win. I mean,
I want the Bills to win. Shit, I want a fucking underdog team that no one expects to win the fucking Super Bowl because they're 0-4 in Super Bowl appearances to finally win one.
No. The Bills need to be without a championship forever.
And why is that?
Yeah. If a team can go back-to-back 4 times Super Bowls and lose...
The three-peat is 3 wins.
Yeah, I'm talking about where the Bills went to 4 Super Bowls and lose. They don't deserve a Super Bowl win ever again.
Some of those, the first Super Bowl win was only because of the first Super Bowl loss they had was suffered due to a wide right missed field goal. It just snowballed from there, that's all.
Hey, I'm with Casey on that one. As a Dolphins fan, I don't ever want to see the Bills win a championship.
That's because your team is the only one with a perfect record to win the Super Bowl as well.
So out of these 4, who do you guys got? Eagles, Commanders, Bills, Chiefs.
Eagles, Bills.
Eagles, Bills.
Eagles, Bills.
I'm the exact opposite. I say Commanders and Chiefs.
That's what
Keep that fucking referee from today's game. Keep that fucking referee from last night's game out of the fucking AFC Championship.
I can honestly tell you, Sosi's rooting for the Commanders and the Bills. I mentioned
fly him out to the Eagles game. Keep him away from this fucking game.
I mentioned that I was going to root for the Eagles, and she wasn't too happy about that. She hates the Eagles with a passion because of the Philly fans are a bunch of fucking idiot, motherfucking dumbass people.
They are.
Are you talking about directly from Philadelphia?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because my brother's an Eagles fan, older brother.
Just
be careful.
She hates the Eagles with a passion, so she doesn't want me rooting for the Eagles. So I have to root for the Commanders, despite me knowing that the Eagles are going to be the better choice to pose more of a threat to either one of these teams left in the AFC.
DSS?
She wants to see Commanders and the Bills. I want to see the Commanders and both the Bills and the Chiefs not make it to next week's game.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes doesn't make it to next week's game.
Eagles fans have single-digit IQs.
I hope his ass gets injured in practice.
Oh, that's funny. By the way, Eagles fans have single-digit IQs.
And Patrick Mahomes gets injured during practice. That's all I'll say.
I got some information that I'm gonna leak it here now.
TSS says the Eagles versus Chiefs. Chiefs win the Super Bowl. They pull a three-peat. They fucking better not.
I'll never hear the end of it. If my boss is a Chiefs fan, I'll never hear the end of it when he comes back to work.
Hey, listen up.
I'll never hear the end of it.
I got information.
He's a diehard Chiefs fan, and God bless him, he's recovering from bone cancer.
Can I talk? I got information about Tex. His girlfriend is a cover. He's gay. Tex is 100% gay. He likes dudes. You are trying to get
us all killed, aren't you, Casey?
He
does get us all killed by a Texan.
People does Tex in the pooper. He told me that, so I just figured to give you guys that information. Like, Tex is gay.
EJ, this man's gonna get all three of us killed. This man's gonna get all three of us.
I didn't say a damn thing.
Neither did I, damn it.
Tex, what do you want to do? Do we need J-Man? Oh boy.
Oh Jesus Christ.
I don't wish you were. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you what I know. That's what he told me. That he told me that his woman is a cover, and that he likes dudes. He tried to hit on me before. It's like, Tex, I know I'm good looking, but I'm not gay.
He wishes I was. Tex, would you like to offer a rebuttal to Mr. Casey is Raw? Do I need to add you into the show here?
He doesn't need to. I told people the truth.
If Tex gets on this show, I better not hear a gun get cocked in on the call. I'm serious. If Tex gets on this call, please keep the guns away. Please.
By the way, Kratos told me about some of this information too. So told me.
Don't throw me into this fucking train wreck of a story.
Kratos told me to make this whole thing up.
Bullshit.
So just to piss Tex off.
Dude, you don't even follow me and my fiance on Twitter. We follow you, but you don't follow us. Don't even try that. I will gladly drive to Oklahoma with my fucking shotgun to your apartment.
Uh-oh.
I will gladly do that. Just know that.
Kratos got a gun. Didn't know he uses a gun.
Hey, it was an uncle. It was my uncle's present to my mother.
I know he has the blades of chaos and a giant axe.
Yep.
So now, because Tex is too much of a whip to rebuttal this, let's go ahead and move on.
Casey knows this because he's had a dream about this situation, and he doesn't. He does, and he dreamt about him and Tex.
I already got the perfect I already got a perfect second part to the case to Kratos got a gun song. What made Kratos snap? Was he tired of Casey's crap?
Yeah, here's another thing that Tex told me. When he's in bed with his woman, he's the little spoon, she's the big spoon. And she likes to, put the strap on into his butt during the spooning.
Called pegging, Casey?
Yeah, he's into pegging. He's into pegging. So, I mean, he told me that if he wasn't being held by his fiance, that he cries at night.
Casey, you're really asking for it tonight, aren't you?
He's really wants me to just show up, just pop up at his apartment, a la Sting style, like J-Man did.
Well, I'm just talking about the truth about Tex. Kratos also told me some of this information.
You're full of it, dude.
Like I said, I told you that Tex is too much of a whip to show up.
Dude, don't even start. I got a shotgun. I got a Smith & Wesson with hollow points.
Oh man, Casey could say and do. Casey could say what he needs. It means nothing, and he's gonna croak soon anyhow. Jesus Christ! All right, well, I'm gonna grab a drink real quick so I can take my pill, and then we're gonna talk about. We'll briefly go over the topic that Kratos gave me about video games needing to be upwards of $100 per game.
Which I think is complete bullshit to even say. Or even
because
think.
Here's the thing that, I mean, they're going to do, they're going to ask for DLCs. They're going to have microtransactions in this thing. Like, a lot of these new generation, like, next-gen games, or Gen 9 games are already $70 a pop.
Casey, some of these armor skins in Destiny 2, the ones I do not have for certain characters, are more than what this price tag is. A lot more.
Well, I'm just saying retail price. I mean, it already goes for $70 now.
And I'm looking, and I have almost $700 worth of armor skins I do not have that are on my account that I do not have in this game that I can buy for $15 each. Almost $700 worth of armor set ornaments, which is just skins from previous seasons. Almost $700 worth of shit, and that's what I don't have.
I think people. If the game industry wants us to pay $100 to do that, then I think we should start voting with our wallets. It's like, all right, this is now enough. I'm like, to the point.
I disagree. I think we should draw a line where we say enough is enough.
That's what I'm saying.
We need to say enough is enough for price hiking for a lot of stuff.
Well,
we have to stop.
That's pretty much. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, we had to vote with our wallets, and that means not paying that no more. Like, that's what some of these companies done. Like, God, I mean, look at some of these broken ass games that Like, was that Condor? Like, people stopped paying for that game, and that game's now shut down.
No, people they refunded all that money. So after it got shut down, they refunded all those people $40, and you spent almost what 400 million on development and advertising, and nobody liked it.
See, the thing is, TSS says he'll be okay if they raise the price to $80 to $100, but that's if they get rid of season pass microtransactions. Here's the thing, they won't though, because
companies that like Bungie won't. Yeah, I agree.
And I can honestly tell you right now, ain't no Nintendo game worth $80 to $100.
Damn straight.
Nintendo games should have never gone up to $70. They should have stayed right where they were, around $50-$60.
Mm-hmm. Games in general should have been $50 to $60. Everything that's like a open world online MMO like Destiny, like Marvel Rivals, needs to be free. Period. They need to be free.
And if
let's say they ones need to be free. Concord was a flop because it was a open world, whatever, and it wasn't free. It had a price tag to even play.
That is true. I think TSS is right. I think the only $70 game I know was Tears of the Kingdom. And to me, I thought that was definitely
Wasn't there a couple of games that were $70? I could have swore the new Mario Party was.
I think that was the only one as well. I think because that was half off for Black Friday at like $20 and $30 or something last year.
I thought the new Mario Party was $70 too. I honestly don't remember what I paid for that game from Target now, to be honest with you.
But the thing is, if you're gonna start breaking $80 to $100, is like now then we're gonna have to like people are not gonna be afford to buy these. So I think where the price point is better now to keep it where it is right now, because you're gonna have to people are gonna pay for microtransaction games, and people are gonna pay for battle passes and DLCs. Like if you go to $80 $100, then you're gonna just price people out eventually. So I think it would be a bad idea. Like they need to stop right there. But the thing is, they're already kind of doing that though. If you think about some of these games that some of these sports games, they have like the 60 or is it the $70 game, the $80 game, and the $100 game for like variants of sports games. Of this is the super ultimate deluxe package version of Madden.
Speaking of which, did y'all see that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is now officially dead?
It's on PlayStation Plus for free this month.
Piss poor ending to it.
It's on PlayStation Plus for free this month.
Yeah, the $100 price tag was at one point $10 on Steam. Something cheap. It wasn't. I don't think it was even 10. I think it was like $5. The $100 edition of the game was like $5 on Steam at one point to close out last year.
See, they're already kind of doing this.
The game service is already, and the game's live service is already dead.
So I mean, honestly, I never would pay the ultra amount, the deluxe price for a game. I'm sorry.
Last time I go ahead. I'll say what
the only thing I think there's only a couple times I bought where the package where it has the special items in the game is Sonic Mania and something else, but after that, nothing really, because like you're just asking to pay a lot of money for just small variants of the game.
I mean, fair, but I'll tell you the last time I spent the last game I got that was priced at over $100, and I mean that, over $100. I actually bought at half price on Black Friday. Not Black Friday, during like the end of year sale for it. I bought that at half price, and that was WWE 2K24 Bray Wyatt edition on my Series X. It was normal price, $140. I got it for $70, and I had to pay $20 out of my own pocket because I got a $50 gift card for Xbox from my brother for my birthday.
The last game I spent a lot of money on was the collector's edition for Tekken 8, which was a year ago, and that was $200.
The last game I spent a legit $400 of legit Benjamin Franklin. It was, and I'm not joking, Assassin's Creed Origins. That's a long time ago. Like a couple years old now.
I just think it's stupid. It's like, I mean, unless you're going to get some good items with it, fine, sure. But if you're buying like digital stuff, like, to me, it's not worth it. Like, hey, I got this game. Like, here's the $70 game, but then you paid the $100 game, and all you did is just got some digital prizes, wherever, upgrades, wherever. It's like, what the hell? I mean, eventually, it's not going to be worth jack shit afterwards,
But
like.
Good. Continue.
No, I'm just saying, like, it makes no sense. But I would rather just keep it as it is and not go much higher than that, because then you're just going to price people out.
Yep.
Well,
I mean, Destiny's got a good thing going, but they're losing fans fast because they're having like their next 2 updates to the game be completely free. But the next update after this Final Shape stuff is done and over with isn't until summer. Yeah. Free for all players, but the next update isn't until summer. After the last episode of Final Shape drops.
Wasn't Destiny 1 supposed to be a 10-year game?
Destiny in general had a 10-year story. D1, as fans call it, but it only lasted 3 years. But Destiny 2 expanded on that original 3 years for the past 7.
Which means we should be seeing Destiny 3 at some point, maybe.
No, they already confirmed it's not happening. It's already been confirmed because of some of the layoffs. According to some of the layoff news last year and the year before, Destiny 3 was shit canned among those layoffs.
Oh, maybe it has the same thing like Valve does. Anything that they don't do, any game that has the number 3. Like, no Half-Life 3, no Half-Life 2, Episode 3. Everything stops at 2.
You know how bad the player base is, though? When the Final Shape campaign and story, the entire expansion for Final Shape dropped on June 4th of last year, Over 300,000 players were playing that game. Were playing Destiny 2 on Steam alone. Over 300,000. Just last week, you know how much that number has dropped?
How far?
90% almost.
Wow.
Not even 40,000 people are playing Destiny 2 on Steam now. That's how much burnout has had. That's how much burnout these fans are dealing with. 2025 is going to be the toughest year for Bungie as a company under the Sony banner. Then the one thing to even get better, they got to throw Pete Parsons to the fucking curb. I'm sorry. We got names in the Destiny game called that are among like the words of Pete Kell of Classic Cars, and that be the funniest name in the fucking community. That's a problem. Because the man himself, Pete Parsons, has been discovered to be spending $2.3 million on classic cars and motorcycles since Bungie got bought out by Sony. $2.3 million. And yet, his company has also had lost almost 400 people in just a year. 400 people were laid off in just a year. And one of their head developers, workers, is suing them for $45 million.
Well,
and nowadays, he had a lengthy fucking lawsuit explaining why he's suing them. He claimed there were so much wrong going on at Bungie for years, including Bungie developers mooning other employees. I'm not joking. That was a thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I've done that.
You've mooned your coworkers, is what you're telling me.
Yes. And I'm not
bullshit. You would have been fired on the fucking spot.
No. I've done that. No, not at my current
school, because this apparently was still going on up until this lawsuit dropped.
I'm not saying at my current job, but I have done that. I was young and dumb.
He also alleged that there was supposedly going to be that one of the head guys in Bungie once said a woman's place is barefoot
in the kitchen.
No, barefoot and pregnant. Like, what? That was what one head developer said at Bungie. A woman belongs barefoot and pregnant at home.
But I'm gonna agree with what TSS said earlier. You know, he was saying about how they're making excuses, how it costs millions of dollars to make a game. It's the thing is, it's like the movie. It's the movie industry almost like that. If they don't if they don't get their money back or make tons of money on top of that, that company gets hit really hard.
Well, the company who made the Brutalist movie that won 3 Golden Globes, mind you, they already admitted they use AI for some of their movie. They just admitted this today. They used AI for some of their film because they couldn't afford some of the props for the film that they had used AI for.
I mean, it's starting to be a thing now. I mean, I'm hearing game industry starting to doing it, and that's not good because, at least Nintendo knows what's up. They're like, all right, this thing is working. We're going to expand on this. Like, that's what Nintendo's good about. Their IPs are usually on the money. It's like how this one YouTube channel, they were talking about how Sega would pump out a bunch of B games. They're good games, but where they'll pump them out, a bunch of them, and where Nintendo will pump out it would just give out an A+ every year with a game.
Mm-hmm.
But like Nintendo knows how to do it right. And it sucks because there's some companies that are really good. Like Sega was really good at doing it, but now they're kind of like they can't even do a good Sonic game no more. And that's all they do is Sonic games. You don't see any other games.
What are you talking about? Is a Monkey Ball game just came out a few months ago.
Okay, Monkey Ball, Sonic, and Monkey Ball.
They're
What else
working on. They're working on a new Streets of Rage, a new Golden Axe, new Jet Set Radio.
I don't know. It's not buffering, but it still has the picture up there.
I just informed the chat OBS crashed. Are we back?
No, I don't think so.
It'll take I think it'll take a little bit.
Oh, wait.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back now. All right, well, let's get back to this. Let's get to these articles before we end up being live until like 2 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Yeah,
I've had this last article up on the screen for about 20 minutes.
Oh, go ahead.
Did I lose you guys?
I'm clear.
Making sure. All right.
We gained 2 viewers since we crashed and came back.
Games industry hopes GTA costs $100 to justify price hike, says analyst. Yeah, make something more expensive because other things are getting more expensive. That makes a whole lot of sense.
It's bad enough that the food industry is following that route. Really bad.
According to
gas prices are finally going down.
According to game industry analyst and veteran game producer Matthew Ball, there is hope within the industry that GTA 6 will cost upwards of $100 to justify another price increase for games. Publisher Take-Two Interactive counted among the first to announce the embrace the $10 price hike at the start of the console generation of 2020, which raised the standard of cost of AAA games from $60 to $70. Since then, several other AAA publishers have followed suit, thus turning $70 games into the new status quo. But rising development costs have executives longing for another price bump, and apparently, yeah,
it's all buffering.
Yeah, OBS is usually when this happens, I can't stream anymore for the night. I'll have to reset the stream, make a new link and everything, and then if it crashes again, then we're not going to be able to finish the show.
Okay, we're back again. Wait, hold it. I'm keeping an eye on it as well.
Yeah, it's going in and out. Despite the title likely
we're back for now,
cannibalizing much of the audience's attention, Ball claims many decision makers hope that Take-Two will price GTA 6 at $80 to $100 to break the price barrier, so other publishers follow suit. It is worth noting Take-Two CEO Interactive Strauss Zelnick has already addressed price-related concerns regarding GTA 6 following unsubstantiated rumors claiming the game would cost as much as $150 at launch.
The fuck?
Without going into specifics, Zelnick